Yo, what's up? It's me. I'm here again. It's been about a month, or a little more than a month, because I have not been playing video games much at all. Actually, I don't think I played for a couple weeks at least. And I think the last time I posted a clip was like July 20th. And what have I been doing? Exploring. I moved, so exploring the new city and getting settled and stuff. But more importantly, and like mainly what I want to talk about now, is Better Call Saul. They were coming out with the last season, and I kind of binged the last season, I guess, because I didn't know how to watch it, and then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy it. Bought the season. It just ended last week, and I tried to make a commentary like 20 minutes after I finished the finale, but it was like 18 minutes of me just rambling on and on and on. So I decided to do a shorter one where I can actually talk about it, because I thought about it for the past, few days or whatever. And, I mean, there are a few things I want to touch on. I didn't write anything down, but there are things that I'm sure I'll touch on. Number one being, and spoilers, obviously. If you haven't seen it, don't watch from now, because, I don't want to spoil it for anyone. And it's a great show. Okay, so I'm starting now. So, this just the ending. Just like the finale itself, I initially did not know what to think, but now after seeing discussions and thinking about it and stuff, I think it was probably the perfect ending, because it really, Jimmy goes back to being Jimmy after all of this craziness and change, and after Gene goes to rock bottom, about to do the worst thing he could possibly do, and finally Jimmy does the right thing. Why does he do it? For Kim. Maybe for Chuck as well, but a lot of it has to do with Kim. And I mean, for so long I've been wondering what's gonna happen with Kim. What's gonna happen with Kim in the flash forward scenes and stuff like that. And I'm just so happy because what options were there, right? What? Jimmy just gets off, gets back with Kim, happy ever after? Obviously not. That's just not even an option. And I think him ending up in jail is perfect because, he was a lawyer, he gets on the opposite side of the law, and he ends up in jail, finally. Because of his own actions. Because he, threatened this old woman and stuff like that, he allowed himself to get caught. And the fact that he, increased his sentence by 79 years to be with, to see, he'd rather be in jail and see Kim and have her, still love him than be free without Kim, how much... I can't ask for a better ending and outcome than that, because this show's love story, I was so invested in it. I've been so invested in it for a while, since I started watching this show. I was like, they have to end up together, and they did. And I think what's so cool about this ending is, you wonder, what's going to happen after the ending. Is she going to come? I like to think that she comes and sees him once a year or something like that. Something like that. Maybe he's on good behavior. Maybe he gets out eventually and they actually do live together. Who knows? We'll never know. Yeah, but I thought it was a wonderful ending. A wonderful ending. And the cameos were pretty cool. I mean, they had Marie, which I totally did not expect them to have Marie, but she made the most sense, right? She was left with, we didn't see her reaction to Hank in Breaking Bad, and now we're seeing her after these years, finally realize what happened, and seeing Saul, Jimmy, I should say, that was really good, and she did a great job. And I think the best cameo was actually when Aaron Paul comes in as Jesse, but when he interacts with Kim outside of Jimmy's office, that was amazing. I thought that was absolutely amazing. I think it was perfect, and someone described it as this cool contrast, because she's getting out of this life, and he's kind of getting into it. And I know he was already sort of into it, but he hasn't gotten so deep into it yet. That's what happens in Breaking Bad. And I think it's this cool contrast where she's leaving and he's going in. And I thought it was perfect. I think his acting in that scene in particular was great. I think it felt really it felt like Breaking Bad, Jesse. So I thought that was awesome. Obviously, you know, I'm gonna miss this show a lot. I feel like I have to watch Breaking Bad again. Not like right now, but I have to. After seeing this show, I think watching Breaking Bad is gonna be a completely different experience. I've watched it twice, but obviously before I watched Better Call Saul, and I think that now when I watch it, it'll just like all this context, all these backstories, stuff like that. Like what this show does that's so bold is it almost makes Breaking Bad feel like it makes Better Call Saul feel like it's the main story now. You know, and like Jimmy is the main character of this whole thing. And then here comes Walter White. You know, which I think is super bold, but they pulled it off extremely well and it makes so much sense. And the reason I say that is, I mean, it's all in its kind. They show us what happens after Breaking Bad, and who does it focus on? Jimmy and Kim. So, yeah, I can't really say enough good things about this show. I really can't. I really loved it. And, I mean, if somebody's, you know, if you watched it, which I assume you did, if you're watching this, because I would not want to spoil it for anyone who didn't, who will watch it, then, yeah. I want to know what you think. Did you like it? But I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it quite a lot. I don't get into shows often at all. There have been very few shows I've gotten, like, super invested in. Avatar: The Last Airbender was one when I was a kid. Breaking Bad, obviously. Game of Thrones, I was a bit, sort of, but then the ending, you know how I felt about that. and not much, I mean, Attack on Titan's great, but not to this level. It's just not to this level. So I gotta say, just great job, Bob Odenkirk, Ray Seahorn. I know you're listening to this. Obviously, they look me up and watch my videos. But seriously, everybody, the acting, the writing, production, everyone who worked on that show, just so good. And I'm no movie critic, TV show critic, whatever, but I think anyone can see the beauty in this show. And knowing that, like, now it's over, it's sad, but it's also like, wow. Like, they just did such a good job, the whole thing. I mean, yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little video. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.